The story of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is one that begins with deep faith, searching hearts, and a desire to truly understand God's Word. It goes all the way back to the early 1800s in the United States, during a time when many people were passionately studying the Bible and expecting the soon return of Jesus. One of the most important moments came through a man named William Miller, a Baptist preacher who carefully studied prophecy, especially in the book of Daniel. He believed that Jesus would return around the year 1844. Thousands of people followed this message, and this movement became known as the Millerite movement. But when 1844 came and Jesus did not return as expected, it became what history calls the Great Disappointment. Many lost hope, while others went back to their old lives. Yet, some kept studying, believing there must be a deeper meaning. Out of that painful disappointment, a new understanding began to grow. A small group of believers realized that the mistake wasn't in the prophecies but in their interpretation. They believed that instead of Jesus coming to earth in 1844, something very important happened in heaven, connected to Christ's ministry in the heavenly sanctuary. From this new understanding, the seeds of the Seventh-day Adventist Church were planted. Over time, these believers also rediscovered the importance of the Sabbath, the seventh day of the week, Saturday, as God's holy day of rest. They saw this not as a small detail, but as a commandment that had been overlooked by much of Christianity. The movement kept growing, and by the 1860s, the group organized officially as the Seventh-day Adventist Church. The name itself carried their identity, Adventist, for their hope in the second coming of Christ, and Seventh Day, for their belief in keeping the Sabbath holy. One of the most influential voices in their early history was Ellen G. White. She was a woman who many Adventists believe was inspired by God to guide the church through visions, writings, and counsel. Her messages encouraged education, health reform, and spiritual growth. To this day, her writings are still studied and respected by Adventists around the world. The church grew quickly, not only in America but across the globe. Adventists built schools, hospitals, and mission centers, spreading their message through teaching, healing, and preaching. They became known for their emphasis on healthy living, simple lifestyle, and a commitment to caring for the body as God's temple. Their educational system is now one of the largest Protestant school networks worldwide, and their hospitals and health programs are respected globally. What began as a small group of disappointed believers in the 1800s is today a worldwide movement with millions of members in almost every nation. The Seventh-day Adventist Church continues to emphasize the second coming of Christ, the importance of living by God's commandments, caring for both body and soul, and spreading the gospel message with urgency and hope. The history of the Seventh-day Adventist Church is not just about dates and names, it's about persistence, faith, and a determination to keep searching for truth even when things didn't go as expected. It's a story that shows how disappointment can turn into a powerful new beginning, and how faith can give birth to a global mission. And so, when we look at the Seventh-day Adventist history, we see more than a church. We see a movement of people who turned pain into purpose, who built a message of hope out of what looked like failure, and who continue to point to the blessed hope of Jesus' soon return. Thank you so much for watching today's video. If you found this inspiring and want to learn more about faith, history, and spiritual growth, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs encouragement, and subscribe for more uplifting content. Until next time, stay blessed and keep holding on to hope. God bless you, and see you in the next video.